It's your man Jay Graves Report, and welcome to the College Football Weekly Wrap-Up, Week 3. Y'all know how we get it in, so let's get it in. Wrapping up the top 5 ball games of the weekend, so let's get right to it. Now, I was dull this weekend. I picked a whole lot of boys to win, but they went dull on me. Hey, that's the beauty in college football. I say it all the time. College football is far more exciting than pro football. I didn't say it was better. I said it was more exciting because it's far more unpredictable. And you don't have to come up with a dumb game called fantasy football to keep boys interested. Everybody's interested on every play because you don't know what's going to go down. Now, let's go to the first ball game. We go down between the hedges, down in Athens. We got South Carolina comes in to play number 7, Georgia. Now, I picked South Carolina to win this ball game primarily because Georgia is Mark Richt's Georgia. They always gonna come out and lose a ball game they shouldn't lose. I just figured they would lose this one, wet the bed early, and then win 10 straight. Well, that didn't happen, bro. These boys came out there and went to work this weekend. Georgia put up 52 points, beat these boys 52-20 at the crib. Grayson Lambert set an NCAA record in terms of efficiency. He was 24 out of 25 on these boys. Threw for 330 yards, 3 touchdowns. He couldn't miss on Saturday. Then you had the running game for Georgia was sick. We had Nick Chubb out there, had 153 yards, 2 touchdowns. Sony Mitchell had 3 touchdowns. Malcolm Mitchell had 8 receptions, 122 yards and a touchdown. It was nuts out here, dude. So I figured at some point, Georgia's going to wet the bed. They got championship aspirations. Everybody talk about how good they are every year. But the problem with Georgia is the dull spray tan that Mark Richt keep putting on his body. That dog be out there looking like a leprechaun. He's so green. Bad spray tan. That is the curse that keeps killing Georgia. Remember, Georgia is Mark Richt's Georgia. They're going to lose at some point. Just sit and wait on it, bruh. Let's move on to the next ball game. Now, let's go up to South Bend. We got number 14, Georgia Tech, shows up to play number 8, Notre Dame. Now, I picked Georgia Tech to win this ball game because I figured Georgia Tech never throws the football. They run it. They average 457 yards on the ground. No way is Notre Dame going to stop these boys from running. But touchdown Jesus came to work. He went to work on these boys. Instead of him blowing balls out the air like he normally does, he was out there tying boys' shoestrings together. Touchdown Jesus is the reason Notre Dame wins this game. Georgia Tech only had 216 yards on the ground when they normally average 457 on the ground, bruh. But here's the reason. C.J. Precise went to work on these boys from Notre Dame. He had 198 yards, 3 touchdowns. He had a long of 91 yards, which blew my mind. He had the longest run in Notre Dame Stadium history. Think about all the games been played at Notre Dame, all the Hall of Famers, all the Heisman Trophy winners that played at Notre Dame. Nobody's gone 91 yards on the ground except for Nick Precise. Went to work on these boys. Now, the score was not indicative of the beatdown that Notre Dame put on these boys. They beat them 30-22. But Notre Dame beat the brakes off these boys. They just got 2 last-minute touchdowns in the 4th quarter, which made it look like it was a lot easier than what it was. And here was the major difference in the ball game. The leprechaun got out of rehab early. That done showed up with a new pair of pointed-toed shoes, and everybody in the building went crazy. Notre Dame is the real deal right now, bruh. I didn't believe it, didn't want to believe it, but after beating these boys and shutting down that option and the wishbone or whatever they running, zone option reads, etc., shut them down. Notre Dame is the real deal. And a cat named Deshaun Kaiser, the Black Dutchman, or German, whichever you feel more comfortable with, went to work on these boys. He went out there with 21 of 30, had 242 yards and a touchdown. You talk about this is the second team cat, bruh. Notre Dame is the real deal. Wait on them, just sit in the cut and wait on them. And with touchdown Jesus, they can't lose. Now, let's move on to the next ball game. We got number 15, Ole Miss, goes down to play number 2, Alabama. Now, I said Ole Miss was going to be in trouble in this ball game because they was 0-16 playing against number 2 ranked teams in the country. They had never in history beat Alabama in consecutive years. Well, here was the problem, bruh. Alabama went out there and shot themselves in the pinky toe all night long. They gave up 24 points on 5 turnovers at the crib against the Ole Miss. Ole Miss came in there to play ball, bro. They went to work on these boys. That was the first time they beat Alabama at Bryant-Denny since 1988, and the first time in history that they won 2 consecutive games. Primarily because Alabama wet the bed. It didn't have nothing to do with Ole Miss being as good as they were. Ole Miss is good. They was averaging 74 points a game coming in this ball game, but I knew they wasn't gonna put up that many points. But they put up 43 points, beat them 43-37. Put up 43 points because Alabama wet the bed. Period. Now, here's the problem down in Alabama. All the good old boys down there gonna start giving Nick Saban the business, getting upset with him because he losing ball games now, and Nick Saban gonna give him the finger real quick, and he gonna be out of there. If they lose more than 2 ball games for the next couple of years, no matter how good they are, the good old boys won't be satisfied, and Nick Saban gonna tell them where they can kiss. Hey, Chad Kelly went to work on these boys. He had 341 yards against Alabama, 3 touchdowns. Cody Core had 4 receptions, 123 yards and a touchdown. Then Laquan Treadwell from Mississippi had 5 receptions, 80 yards. What I'm trying to tell you is Alabama gave up too many big plays all night. Then it was like all they needed was clown music, because every time they turned the ball over, did something stupid, it was, I mean, it was nuts. What's wrong with Alabama? They gave up a 66-yard touchdown when Chad Kelly just threw the ball straight up in the air. It bounced off a boy's helmet and went into Quincy's hand, and this done went 66 yards for a touchdown. Alabama is in trouble down there right now because everybody gonna start giving this boy the blues, and he ain't trying to put up with it. Let's move on to the next ball game. Now we got number 19, BYU, comes in with all the magic to play in the Rose Bowl against number 10, UCLA. Now, UCLA been putting in work these first couple of ball games, and Josh Rosen been the man. He went dub on Saturday. First half, he threw 3 dub picks. Looked like they was going to be in trouble. But everybody at UCLA was calm and cool. They said, we won't put it in the freshman's hands to win this ball game. We're going to rely on the redshirt junior running back. We going to Paul Perkins. He had 209 yards and a touchdown on only 26 carries. And then they went to Nate Starks, who had 81 yards on 7 carries. They relied on the running game to get out of there alive, 24-23. And Tanner Magnum couldn't pull off any more magic and get a Hail Mary this game, and it was dub. So UCLA wins this ball game. And hey, let me give big props to Justin Combs for at least being on the team and staying on the team. Even though that Dunn ain't playing, he don't have to be out there. His daddy worth $700 million. He don't need to be out there, but at least he's out there. They still looking for Snoop, son. That Dunn just came up missing. Decided, I don't want to play ball, and I ain't even going to show up to training camp. Let's move on to the next ball game. Now, we got number 18, Auburn, shows up to Death Valley to play number 13, LSU. Let's move on to the next ball game. Auburn went out there and went to bed, completely just imploded. I told you boys that at the beginning of the season that Auburn was done. Everybody had them in the top 5, top 6. They lost 5 ball games last year. They lost Nick Marshall to graduation or eligibility or both. And they got Jeremy Johnson. Nobody had ever seen this guy play, but everybody in America was high on these boys. They had him number 6. Then they show up and get body slammed against Jacksonville State, end up winning in overtime, had to go into overtime to win this ball game. They show up to doggone Death Valley. I told you they was going to get slaughtered up in here. LSU beat them 45-21, and Leonard Fournette put on a clinic. This Don was out there, had 228 yards on 3 touchdowns, on only 19 carries, bro. He averaged 12 yards a carry. He was out here trucking boys. I mean, Blake Countess from Auburn is still trying to figure out what his name is. Trying to figure out still figure out who his kindergarten teacher was. Did you see him just completely get run over? Trucked him. And tell me, somebody please identify the dun that ran out there and tried to dive on his back and tackle him. They should make that fool walk to the crib butt naked for running out there and diving on that man's shoulder pads and falling off because he was scared to go out there and get ran over. Hey, don't want to hear anything else about Auburn the rest of the year. Don't mention Auburn until 2017 till they finish identifying these boys on Auburn defense by the dental records, because Fournette went out there and embarrassed them, went to work on them. Hey, keep up with your man. It's your man Jay Graves Report from TheJayGravesReport.com, or you can hit me up on Twitter at JayGravesReport so you can holler at your boy.